Company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Today we're talking about, is window light a problem for your projection screen? Something that we don't have to go through over here because our screen paint is true ambient light projection technology. Keep in mind, you're not going to see any demonstrations of screens dodging from lights or fake readings from meters, or even screens sitting inside of cardboard boxes. Yes, I said inside of cardboard boxes. So this right here is the 38 Black Widow. It's actually one of the most advanced screen paints we have on the market. This screen paint has the ability to pull amazing high white levels, also produces amazing color, and as you can see, 100% black levels. I can do this right here in a fully lit environment. Let's show you the environment, how much light we have. So I'm going to back it up here. Got my Charger Dragon. So I'm going to back it up here and see how much light we have in here. Plenty of light coming from the windows. As you can see, short distance from the windows to my screen. We have a window sitting right next to the screen, and we have plenty of light overhead to keep the place nice and bright. Now, usually when you're watching demonstrations involving ambient light, they call it ambient light projection screens. One of the problems you will notice that there'll be ambient light controlled environments. You'll see a lot of dim lighting, dark corners, dark pockets, and people making claims that they can't see the backup at the end of the day. Us, on the other hand, we specialize in ambient light projection technology. That's why we can have the screen sitting right next to the window. There's plenty of light cascading onto the screen. And as you can see, I'll walk around and show you the environment. Plenty of light all the way around. No dark areas, no dark pockets at all whatsoever. Something you do not want when you're doing demonstrations. There's the LG or LT light screen right there. We're doing some more demonstrations of that. So let's pull up those contrast demonstrations. I like doing contrast demonstrations because one of the things I see a lot in fake demonstrations involving ambient light projection technology, a lot of bright colors. They'll try to introduce a lot of bright colors because I know it's going to fade less. It's fading, trust me, pretty bad, but it's going to get less of a fade to seeing those contrast levels. And that's one of the things I don't see enough of. When I watch these demonstrations, you hear me on camera saying contrast levels, contrast levels. Where's the contrast levels? There you go, that's why. All right, so let's come over here and let's pull up, let's see, another contrast level right here.
Verizon is going ultra. With 5G ultra wideband in many more cities, so you can do.
Let me turn my sound up a little bit. And then you'll have some people saying, well, it's got to be the projector. Well, we have a max out zone. We use a 1,000 ohm projector in the max out zone. So, no, there's no excuses. We can back our products. So once we have this room all set up, all decorated and done, we just sit up here, watch the sun come up, sit next to my window, and stare at outer space without any tannish or washed out to the screen. Neighbor came over here yesterday to pick up a package that came to the wrong address, and someone finally asked the question, what do you do for a living? Because she said, I see how you're sitting at the screens and talking in front of this camera all the time. And I said, yeah, I do outdoor and indoor projection screen setups. And she said, we saw them, they're insane. Yeah, they're insane, that's the word for it. Because we don't have any discoloration to the screen. When you're watching a demonstration where a screen is tucked away in a box, and you're seeing that discoloration, that's not supposed to be there at all. This is how your screen is supposed to react. So any environment that I walk in, I should be able to, I can go downstairs and fire up my projectors, and I can walk through my house and my screens will fire up every last one of them. Let's come out of here and let's get, so I keep saying, turn the light. Why would I turn the lights out? Our technology doesn't require it. Now, see, you would require that if you have a certain gray screens. Well, our gray screens don't fall into that category because our gray screens, again, can pick up in a max out zone at 1,000 lumens versus 9 certifies, which means that screen behind me can do something that other gray screens can't do. And no, Network Gray 773 doesn't even match it. We've been there and already done that. Let's go with the LG Betafish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now keep in mind this is not going to be against direct sunlight, but everyday lighting, you're not going to have a problem with the screen. Black screens are designed to absorb a ton of ambient light. That's why we have them outside at 180 inches. Which reminds me too, I got to order me another surface to put outside. We have to have multiple surfaces outside. So I'm definitely going to do an inflatable screen, a big inflatable screen in the backyard. That's something you want to see in demonstrations on YouTube. An angle gain while a window sits next to a screen? Nah. Now this is when we explain to people to match our demonstrations. As you can see, I can go to the far corner of the room and I can still hit the screen and it's still going to display. Sony 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, there are a bunch in here. Let's go with, see which one we want. Let's go with this one. Well, the bright colors are too easy. They are too easy. I guess we can do this one right here. Now, when you're doing a real ambient light projection demonstration, screens are not tucked away in little boxes at small, little, tiny sizes. That's not done correctly. And the screen should be officially sitting in the window. The window has contact with the screen with no problem. Plenty of light in the environment, no dark areas, which I've noticed in a lot of demonstrations, a lot of dark pockets. That's why we're painting this room bone white. We're finishing it out because I want this room to be solid white. I wish I had an area I had a window here and oh wait, we do. We got one downstairs. I keep forgetting about that one. See, no tannish, no wash there on the corners. That's something you don't want. Let's see where we want to go to next. Let's do the pinball.
Nobody likes
See what time we got
for a
here.
device to connect. But with the HP Plus Smart Printer,
Oh, that looks pretty nice. I think I might need to look into that.
Subway's reverse
I was going to do off.
so you can customize your
I need to get rid of my printer anyway. I've had it for too long. I had it like 3 years. I was about to go. Now keep in mind, when I saw this demonstration again was done in a very poorly lit and somewhat environment. We had half of the window blocked here, sofa leaning against the sofa to let very little light in, light tucked away in the corner, condensed lighting wasn't making any contact with the screen whatsoever, too dark of an area. But this is how it should be done. Now the demonstrations, like I said, I've seen, as long as they can pull an image, it doesn't have to be pretty. As long as it shows, they consider that to be an acceptable image. On our standards, it's not. It's a complete fail. Whoops, don't touch that. There could be some copyrighted music on that one. Let's go to a different angle. I like to change my angles up as much as possible. Here we go. I like this shot right here. That way we get the window and this window at the same time. So anywhere I move at in this environment, that screen has to show that image. When I walk around downstairs, all those screens have to show an image. I have to be able to see it from any angle I'm at in the house. Whether I'm on the deck, whether I'm in the kitchen, no matter where I'm at, that screen has to show. It can't be washed out, can't be discolored at all, period. That's why when I watch these demonstrations, you watch all this tannish, all this washed out. No, that's not supposed to be there. That's not acceptable. And now you see why the naysayers don't like us. We raised the bar way too high for them. But that's the way it should be. If you're going to accept people's money at the end of the day, you need to work for it. There's no excuses. That's why, knowing what's coming up next month, they are fighting hard. I've received about 13 text messages from one of them telling me to let it go. They're scared. You should be. You should be. You're going to be tested for 1 solid month. We're going to back all your demonstrations to see if they do exactly what they said they're supposed to do. Thorough testing. By the book. No cutting corners, no dark environments, no projectors with extra special perks. You're gonna see if your screens can actually work. Because ours can, no problem. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Let me do this one here with the dogs.
what makes Febreze carpet clips different? Febreze has steady release technology. Just click, install, and go.
Try it again. That's why we do the certified screens on here. I can't figure out why they don't look the same way in the demos. That's because we don't have an expensive, overpriced projector in the environment. That's why. The same thing when I showed you on the P2 promo. Only one person was able to pull that screen somewhat correctly because he had a $3,000 Darkstar 9 in his environment. Everybody else who didn't have that didn't get the same video on the promo. Because I guarantee you, when they did that demonstration, they didn't go, we're going to go with this projector. Well, let's use this over here instead. Let's use some gray paint or some white paint. No, they didn't. They went out and got themselves the most expensive screen they can pretty much get their hands on. Same thing applies back to these fake mixes that are not done correctly. If you start the video off on a high-end projector, then that's where your customers are going to have to be at the end of the day because they're not going to get the same image. That's why none of the images match from the customers exactly like the video. That's why I have no idea when people show up window light in their demonstrations, the window light demonstrations are done so badly. Oh, they're so badly. We got blinds halfway on a slant. You can't see objects on the opposite side. The windows are being blocked by objects. Again, shades are halfway down, so only half of the screen's being hit by the window light. All kinds of tricks. We can do something that you can't do. I can stare out my window. See? And then do this. And that's what customers want. Customers don't want the traditional nonsense. They don't want to be stuck in dark environments. They don't want to be stuck with overpriced, expensive projectors. They don't want to calibrate. They don't want to spend hours and hours with complicated instructions on just how to paint one freaking screen. They want something that's fast, easy. It's going to have good results right from the door. Especially if you're painting a product and the first result is not a good one. That's not a good way to build confidence in the customer who's painting the screen already, who's going to be nervous enough to paint it already. Let's go take a walk around the room. We'll get over in this corner first. Let's bring it down over here. Make sure we can see that window right over there. All right. Let's walk through. Turn around because I don't want my neighbors think I'm recording them. Walk backwards. Still can see the screen. And when you do an angle gain, you must be to see blue from one end to the next. Can't be no washed out, no faded. This is what your products are going to have to go through when you get down here. Sit here in the corner. See if we're picking up the image. The problem you're going to have with these screens, other gray screens, not ours, that's why we hit them with those high-end projectors, is that when screens can't absorb light, they wash out because then they're reflecting way too much white light. There we go, sitting right in front of it. So from one corner to the next, all the way around, as you look at the screen, it should still be the same. TCL, black and white demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
When this demonstration is being done, it's always done in the dark. You know why? Because the great products out here that are not tested correctly can pick up the white level, but they can't see the black level. And keep in mind that the gray screen, the LT behind me, was able to beat out two gunmetal screens in contrast levels. And that screen's not even dark. But this is what you should be expecting from your products. First thing I hear is, I got the screen, I got to darken the windows or the curtains, I can only use it a certain amount of time of the day. It's horrible. Images don't pull up correctly, you got to calibrate the projector, can't get the colors to work, got to buy a projector with an expensive contrast capability because the colors won't crack right. Yeah. Or somebody asked me, how do you calibrate a black screen? You don't. It's not required. Not needed. You have that problem with screens that can't pick up color. That's where that comes in at. Alright. I can look out my window. There's some air in here too. Because the weather is very nice. Better. Plenty of air, right? Let's go over to my projections in here. This is how your screen should be reacting. That's why all that being stuck in the dark and all that nonsense. No, 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 no. We don't do that here. Oh, we're going to do alien. Yeah, last day I was going to do was going to do alien, what you call them? Alien front. Oh, empty on the card? Oh man, this is my other card. I got nothing on here? Well, whatever. We got to start from scratch. This is a good game. This game came out and it had microphone system. You ever played Alien online? This is one of the games that actually allowed you to be able to chat a little bit. So it was like a CB system. You had to press and hold down, talk a little bit, let it go. Yeah, it had a little microphone that plugged to the top of your memory card. Yes, sir. I used to play this faithfully on Dreamcast. This is the original box they came in. My microphone is quite decayed. You have to understand, it's old. It show you how we used to do chat back then. Well, I think the microphone has deteriorated. Yeah, it's gone. Well, had it for a long time. The microphone finally died. Not died, but it deteriorated. It had a little foam on it. So this is how you would talk. This would be your Dreamcast card right here with a microphone in the front of it. And you would plug this right here in the front. Plug this in the front of your Dreamcast. And when you're in there talking trash to your friends, like blah, 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 you would hold down the button and then release, like a CD. That's how it works. I keep everything. This is the original instructions that came with it. This is when Dreamcast came out. All my games have the original manuals to them. This is how it looked. That's how you be gamed online. Unless you played on keyboard and mouse, you know what you did in that one? You played on a tournament, found some place to hide so somebody wouldn't frag you, talked to trash, and they came out and did your damage. But you can actually talk to people. A couple of minutes. It's pretty fun. This is a really good game. Where is the controller? So I'll play a little bit of this. Oh, let's get the record. 5 minutes here. I might have to that too. Get them all ready right now. I got Hydro Thunder. Hydro Thunder in the arcade. Amazing game. Controllers. Let's see. Playing online, we know that. Look at this arcade. Army or alien? Armies get nuclear bombs. I feel like the armies. The aliens just damage. Alright, I'm gonna take aliens. Oh, I take the big boy. Can I get to him? I'll take him. Now see everything looks in here? No fade, no washout, none of that nonsense. You got beautiful light coming from the windows, you got the overheads on. This is how it's supposed to be. like, take them. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, this game is amazing online. Oh, we're gonna have a great day today. Look at that. Look at outside. That is beautiful, man. It's beautiful out there, man. I cannot wait. We're gonna be outside today as the ground is warm and the ground dries up and fade on the screen today. So I just finished painting off my customer screens. They're done. The return's done. They're ready. We're in the city now. Get the red stuff. That's one thing I like about this game, man. You can spray everything in the game. Look at it. Boom. Wrecking your city, man. Wrecking your city. There you go. Give me. I gotta figure out how to get that special. My time for nuclear bomb. There we go. That's how you do it. So that gravitation, man, right there, they can't move when they're in the air. Right, where are we going at? Where are we going? Wreck your city. Wreck it. There's a train coming, train crossing. Come on, man, don't give me that. Oh, come on. Where are they? They're somewhere in the group. There you are. Oh, wait. I knew I saw something on the radar. Oh, man. Where is he? There he is. Ambush. Look at this. Where's he at? That's right. Oh, I needed that. Those are freaking interceptors running right through this bad boy. Makes no difference. Something to a knee. to be at, gentlemen. Smoke in this area. There we go. Come on, get a big boy right behind you too. Turn around on this one. Don't take it shower. Here we go. Going. That's the beer, buddy. You gotta go right inside. Scorpion tail. Oh man, gross, man. But anyway, we got it. Oh, that brings back memories, man. It definitely brings back memories. Okay, one more game, one more. Yeah, get to work. Come on, he ran right through me on that one. That's right, stay him down. Two more. Oh! Run all up in that section. Come on, come on. Scorpion tail. There we go. I got two at the same time. Oh man, look. Oh no! He's gonna get out of the way of the loop! Wow! Where's he at? You're on. Sorry. There we go. Oh, that brings back memories, man. Man, I remember my friend, man, he worked at a freaking game store. He had 3 of these, the Japanese version. They had the orange boxes, but it had the white spiral in the middle of it. And I remember he had Power Stone. That was one of the games I wanted the most, with Power Stone. I got Blue Stinger over here, but I wanted that Power Stone. And he said he was actually selling it for like 50 bucks, man. I walked like freaking 4 blocks in the snow to get that unit and bring it back home. Oh man, that was the best day, boy. The best day ever. Blue Stinger. We're done here. I just want to play a little game here real quick. Have some fun. Oh, we got Soul Fighters. Yeah, we got all the jumps back in the day. I gotta get some more games, man. We're going to Dreamcast, man. Remember these back in the day? These used to be the Xbox. Before you had basically magazines, you got these right here. All the demos from all the Xbox games on here. Oh man, I got tons of these, man. Alright people, I'm gonna get out of here because my whatchamacallit is dying. I'm gonna do some I got Quake and Unreal Tournament. I'm definitely gonna be doing those next. So Quake and Unreal Tournament, old school. All right, gotta go. Thank you for your time. Just showing you at the end of the day what ambient light projection is supposed to look like. At the end of the day, we're done. I gotta get my customers taken care of. Where's my charge unit? All right, there it is, right here. We got some real serious light in here now. Look at that. Nice and bright outside. Oh man, I was hoping for a nice day today. If the ground dries up, we're gonna be outside with the inflatable screen. All right, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless. As for my customers that are waiting for the returns, don't worry, we got 2 knocked out. We're gonna get 1 knocked out today. We're gonna get you all shipped out for Monday. It'll be good to go. You'll be receiving some tracking numbers from us real soon. Oh, and as always, and I haven't said this enough, I thank my Lord and Savior for blessing us with such amazing technology. Hey, look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at how much light we got coming in here. Look at the screen, absolutely amazing. All right, gotta go, and God bless.